Hello everyone and welcome back to Naomi's Bookshelf. We're going to go over my TBR for April. So as you know by the title, I have TBR Clue and we're going to go over how I did in March to see if I have any punishments for April. So we're going to go over room by room and I'll show you here what cards were revealed per room. I'll also say that if you would like to go back and see the rules of the game and how it all works, I will link a playlist down below and in the cards. So for the haul, I had to read a book that was under 300 pages and I read The Girl with the Pearl Earring. For the lounge, I had to read a book that's a TBR vet and I read The Road to Oz. For the dining room, I had to read a NetGalley book, which was Flight Risk, and I did read it. In the kitchen, we had a color wheel, which turned out to be the color white. And for that one, I read Much Ado About Nothing. For the ballroom, I had a character card, which was Miss Scarlet. And so I read Anne of Green Gables, the graphic novel. For the conservatory, I had to read a book between 300 and 400 pages. So I read Akin. For the billiards room, I had to read a book for the character Colonel Mustard. And I ended up going with The Time Machine and Other Cases by Seymour Simon. This one has a yellow on the cover. It works, and I did obviously read it. For the library, I had to read a Kindle vet, and I changed that to I'll Be There, which I did read. And for the study, I had another character being Mrs. White, and I read Ordeal by Innocence for the study. So we're all good. Let's figure out who done it. So my official guess for March's TBR is Professor Plum with the lead pipe in the study. I did shuffle these all as I showed last month. So let's see. First thing is the study with Professor Plum and the lead pipe. No punishments, moving on. There we go. Let's set the board for next month. So for the first room, which is the hall, we got Mrs. Peacock. Now, if you're new here, anytime there's a character, I can tweak their meaning to whatever I interpret, whether it be their name, a characteristic I attribute to them, or a color. It works. So for Mrs. Peacock, I've gone with flying things because I really wanted to fit this in. This is a book outside of my comfort zone, but I'm going to read it for Buzzwordathon because the prompt word is space-related terms. So I'll be reading Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. So Earth is a space term, and I don't know anything about this. It's just old science fiction, which isn't always my thing, but I really would like to get to it. It's something that I thought would be perfect for Buzzwordathon. It's short, and I'm hoping it will be good. So yeah, there's pterodactyl, I think, dinosaurs, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be interesting. So for the lounge, we have a real life recommendation. So this is something that I just recently added, as I know my book club gives me so many things to read and I never have time. So I figured this will help. My real life book club can influence this prompt. And I have heard so many times throughout the years of being a part of that book club, I need to read Year of Wonder. So we're gonna read Year of Wonder. This one's by Geraldine Brooks. I think this is about the plague that happened. Black Death, it says 1666, so that's all I know. I did read Girl with the Pearl Earring, which is set around the same time, so it'll be interesting to see a different perspective maybe, or a different country. I will be buddy reading this though with Janelle from Too Fond of Books, so it'll be exciting. And I have only heard good things about this, and my real life book club highly recommends it. So in the dining room, we have diverse recommendations. So these are books that I just have been told I should read, and they are all diverse, which I have a shelf dedicated to that for Christian fiction on Goodreads. And I want to pick something, but I didn't pick something from that shelf. I picked up Rich People Problems. This one was on my TBR in January, and I really do want to finish this series out. So I'm really going to give this one a shot. This is book 3 in the series, and I would love to finish up Crazy Rich Asians, and I think that totally works for diverse. It's by a person of color, about people of color, and I'm happy with that. I feel like I should also say that I don't know much about my books. I like going in very blind. So I'm sorry if you're waiting for detailed recommendations or detailed scenarios. I'll tell you when I find out at the end of the month. So the next one is we have Mr. Body in the Kitchen, and that one literally could be anything that's a mystery because most people die in mysteries. But there's also hosts and all those things that contribute to him. But I had to squeeze in my other buddy read, or one of my other buddy reads. So I fit in it because I'm sure someone dies in Mesopotamia. This is Murder in Mesopotamia by Agatha Christie. This will be my Agatha Christie book of the month. I'll actually be buddy reading this with two people, Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures. I'm sure you've heard me talk about her, and Tiffany from Beautiful Minuet. So I'm excited to buddy read with those two ladies. I've read many books with Berna, and this will be my first with Tiffany, so it'll be fun. So my next book is for the ballroom, and the prompt is a used book. I am very scared of this book in a way, but it is one that I've had for over 4 years, and that is Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. This is a chunky one. It's 650 pages, but I've always been interested in this era of history with the Tudors, and I think this is about Thomas Cromwell, which is a different side of the coin, and I am actually really interested in this book, but at the same time, whew, it's a huge one. I'll be buddy reading this with one of my subscribers, so thank you, Nikki, for getting me to pick this one up. And I am kind of intimidated, but I'm excited. So the conservatory is next, and we got an author's name. So this is a random letter generator. I actually tried to do random name generator. That was not going well, so I changed to random letter, and the letter came up with N. So I am gonna go with another one of my really old books. So what I mentioned last month about books that I've owned for 4 years, I put them in here intentionally. One of them is Wolf Hall. The other one is The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, and in the first name. So I don't know anything about this. I just know it's bookish, and I've been told I would really like it, and it's about a Paris bookshop. What else could be more intriguing? I do think it's modern day, so that will be exciting. But yeah, I have owned this for a while, and people have told me I would like it, so I need to pick it up, and N is a perfect reason. So for the billiards room, we have my most recent haul, which is a new thing here on my channel, but I do have something that's perfect because I do need to read it anyways in April, which is Emily Dickinson's Letters. So this is our book club pick for the Fierce Women's Book Club, and I'm glad to squeeze it in. This was in my last haul. So for the library with Professor Plum, I couldn't resist this, and I know I'm probably not going to read it, but I want to try, and I couldn't resist how much this just worked. I've always attributed Professor Plum with being very forgetful because of the books that I read as a kid, and he was just always very forgetful. So I'm going with the Bourne series. I feel ridiculous because it is a really big one, and I don't exactly have small books here. This one's plus 500, this one's 650. But I really do want to get to this one, and I don't want to be just sitting on this series. So I'm gonna really try. And if not, I'll find something with purple on the cover. But I really want to, because of the amnesia. I got it. I can't do it without that. So Professor Plum will be Bourne Supremacy. This is just continuing on. I think I started. I'm 66 pages in. Not much at all, but this one is 600 pages. I don't know what I'm doing to myself, and you have yet to see the last book. So yeah, Professor Plum. So the last room is the study, which was reread, and I have been desperate to reread this book. I have been just wanting to so badly. It's been staring at me on my shelves, being like, read me again, read me again. And I've been scared. And I was like, I shouldn't do it this month because of the big books. But then reread came up and I'm like, there's only one book I want to reread right now. I'm sure I could find another one, but the one I want to reread is Vanity Fair by William Thackery. It's huge, but I loved it the first time around, and this one's like 700 pages. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die if I do this one, but I really do want to reread this. It's very exciting to me reading this world again, and I want to do an analysis of Becky Sharp. I want to really look into her character as I read this, but I might be shooting myself in the foot, to be honest. So yeah, Vanity Fair is my reread tentatively for this month. I do have 2 more books to mention, which are both book club books, and they'll be happening within the first half of the month. But the first one is House of Sand and Fog by Andre Dubois III, I think. The pictures here. It's a book club book, and I know nothing about it. I just know that someone in our book club really loved the movie and requested that we read it. So, excuse me, that's the one we're reading. The next one is The Forgotten Daughter by Joanna Goodman. This is the sequel to her other one, which I can't remember the name of. Home for Unwanted Girls. There we go, Home for Unwanted Girls. And this one is about Quebec when it was really trying to hide its shameful past. Home for Unwanted Girls was very sad and very enlightening, and I'm pretty sure this one will be the same. So that's my other book club book. Otherwise, that's it. 11 books on this TBR. I'm not too excited though about the page count because so here we have 2 that are really short, one that's like 550 pages, one that's under 300, 650, I think that's like 350, 600, and 750. Can I do it? Let me know what you think down below, or if you think I should switch out Vanity Fair, because I feel like that might be the most logical solution. Anyways, please let me know down below if you think I can get through this list and figure out TBR Clue for next month. Also, if you'd like to leave a comment down below about how your reading plans are going to be for April, anything fun, anything exciting, I'd love to talk about it down below. And if you'd like to give a like and subscribe if you're new here, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.